Okay, so I decided to make this video in response to something I saw on the news today. And I was at school today and I saw on the TV that there's this flag and it was the American flag, but it had been changed. The stripes, the red and white stripes had been replaced with these orangish, brownish, rust colored looking stripes, and the stars had been replaced by a giant Obama logo. And I found it quite offensive, and it didn't really shock me to see this. What shocked me the most was the mediocre, almost negligible response I've seen to this. And I've seen some articles and I've seen some Twitter posts about it, but really, this is awful. And just people just try to look the other way or pass it off or make it off to be no big deal. I mean, they get all offended and all upset when they see Romney on a hidden camera say something to some people with a lot of money who he's trying to raise funds from that they don't like, that might not have been very tactful. But when they see something like this, they just kind of shrug it off like a distraction. And that's what the lady on the TV said when I began watching the TV about the article. She said, well, the Republicans are going to try and make this into a distraction, so on and so forth. A distraction? Excuse me? So I guess anything that causes people to not want to vote for President Obama is just a distraction. A distraction from what? Rallying the whole nation behind him? So I guess the riots in Libya were just a distraction. I guess the horrible state of the economy, the jobs reports, all of these things, they're just distractions. Don't look at those things. The only thing you should see is Obama. The only thing you should hear are his words. And the only thing you should worry about is just voting for him. Don't get distracted. Don't let facts or information or the fact that he desecrated the flag of the United States distract you from voting for him. I don't think that's really the right attitude. And also when I was watching this, they said something to the effect of no red states or blue states, just United States. Oh, well, how touching. So we're going to take the red and the blue out of the flag and replace it with this rusty, orangish, brownish Obama color, I guess. Maybe that's his official color. I'm not sure what that color is supposed to represent. And the Obama logo. So no more United States or red states or blue states or any kind of states, just Obama states. If we all would just unite under Obama, everything will be okay. And I'll talk about that later. But really the most disturbing part about that statement was the fact that they disregard the true meaning of those colors. Those colors in the flag do not represent Republican and Democratic states. That is not what they represent. The red and the blue are just ways really to label those two parties when you want to look at an electorate map that shows who's winning what state. That's it. That's not what the colors represent in the flag. They do not represent Republicans versus Democrats. If we want to really know what those colors mean, let's do some research on it. And that's what I did. I looked it up on the internet. And I know, don't believe everything you read on the internet, but I'll have the link for you guys. So and I'll show it here so you can see where I'm getting this information from. But really what they said is that originally when the flag was originally commissioned, that it didn't have any specific meaning, but those colors did have meaning themselves. And so I'll read what those colors mean. And it's talking about the congressional seal. And it says, the colors of the pale are those used in the flag of the United States of America. White signifies purity and innocence. Red, hardiness and valor. Blue, the color of the chief, the broad band above the stripes, signifies vigilance, perseverance, and justice. So you're not removing the Democrat versus Republican conflict when you take those colors out. What you are removing is, well, valor, hardiness, perseverance, justice, vigilance, and you're replacing it with rusty brown, which I guess represents dependency and welfare. I don't know. But I'm not going to go too far into that. But I just find it quite interesting that it's really just a blatantly ignorant statement to say, oh, we're going to take out the red states and blue states, i.e. the Democrat and Republican states, and just replace them with Obama states. So if we just get rid of this Republican versus Democratic conflict and just follow President Obama, everything will be okay. And that's really been the Democratic liberal rhetoric for a long time now. And especially now that the election is coming up and we're in a recession and things are going bad, that's what, if you look on the internet, or if you do hear what people say on Twitter, or the Obama supporters, if you hear what they're saying, read the comments they leave on news articles, you'll see that most of them blame the Republicans for the recession because Congress defied Obama and the Republicans wouldn't cooperate with Obama, so on and so forth. They say the Republicans weren't willing to be bipartisan. But the problem is that the Democratic version of bipartisan is everybody just doing what Obama wants. That's their version of bipartisan, and they don't understand that the meaning of compromise, or really reaching across to the other party to get things passed. They don't quite grasp that concept. Their concept is just do what Obama says. And and I think this flag that they have created just epitomizes, it entombs everything that they absolutely believe in their hearts. And that is, if we all just unite under Obama, they created an Obama flag. They desecrate the American flag, replace the colors that represent our valor and perseverance and justice and so on and so forth, and they replace it with the Obama color. They take the 50 states out and they replace it with the Obama logo. No United States, just Obama states. I just can't believe it. And I know if this becomes unpopular, President Obama is more than likely just going to try and disassociate himself from it. Somehow distance himself from it by claiming, oh, well, that wasn't me. I didn't commission it. Oh, I didn't know about it. Just like Attorney General Eric Holder didn't know about what was going on, under his watch. He didn't know about anything that was going on with the authorities who he was responsible for. He had no idea. So yeah, just like President Obama had no idea about this. Just like he tried to disassociate himself from his pastor and mentor who was causing him to lose votes. He alienated that man. And so let me just read a statement on the website that is actually selling this flag. This website is BarackObama.com. And here at the bottom it says, when you want to buy the flag, it says, paid for by Obama Victory Fund 2012, a joint fundraising committee authorized by Obama for America, wow, the Democratic National Committee, and the state Democratic parties. Yeah, the Democratic National Committee. So there is no way that this is some third party, out of reach seller who's just off on their own doing something without the approval of the Obama campaign to make money to give to President Obama. No, the actual Democratic National Committee, state Democratic parties, and Obama for America. So I think it would be pretty hard for President Obama to disassociate himself from this flag. And as I said in the beginning, it's not the fact that they made this flag that I find so shocking, because that doesn't surprise me at all. What I find most surprising is the people's response to this flag. I think really people need to start letting other people know how they feel about it. If you agree with me that this is inappropriate, you should let people know how you feel about it. Let them know. Because to me personally, this is not something that we should really tolerate. That we should just kind of pass off as, oh well, it's just a distraction. It's just a distraction from getting President Obama voted in. Mitt Romney, he's just a distraction to the Obama campaign. So if people would just ignore him, then everything will be okay. And it's just a distraction. I just can't believe it. And really, it's just this attitude that people have, especially the hardcore Obama lovers. And I mean, a lot of them hate Mitt Romney. They hate him with a passion. And they don't hate him because he wants to cut taxes for the rich, and they don't hate him because they're worried he's going to take away women's rights, and they don't hate him because they care about poor people who are going to apparently suffer when the moment he gets elected in office, which I would say is a stretch. But what the reason they really hate him is because he defies President Obama. They hate him with a passion. He represents a challenge to President Obama. Therefore, he challenges he ruins their pseudo world that they have created for themselves that hinges on President Obama converting the United States and the world into some kind of wonderful utopian society where the terrorists no longer hate us, the level of the oceans begin to fall, the polar ice caps begin to unmelt, and there's no more pollution, and corporations no longer take advantage of people, and the banks really love people more than money, so on and so forth. And the truth is that that world doesn't exist, but they want to believe it exists. They want to believe Obama can make that world happen for them. Mitt Romney defies Obama. Mitt Romney defies their bubble. Therefore, they hate him. So, really, that's all I want to say on that. And like I said, if you feel this is inappropriate, just like I do, and it really is, because it's not, Congress does not authorize the alteration to the flag of the United States. That is not authorized. And it's illegal. No logos, no writing, nothing to be superimposed on the flag. And they didn't just impose a logo on the flag. They took the colors out of the flag. They replaced the stripes with these half-painted looking rusty brown streaks, and then the faded Obama logo in the corner. It is just almost sickening. But like I said, the most sickening part is the mediocre response I see to this. So just do your part and just let people know that this is inappropriate. Even write your congressman if you feel that will help. That's why I'm making this video, because I really want to speak out against this. So, thank you for watching.